So these are my League One predictions for this weekend. So starting off then with Newton versus Cardiff. Newton obviously got the win against Swindon. Cardiff had to win yet on at AFC London. I had 4 AFC London side. Newton and Cardiff, both teams start the season with the betting odds to the favourites, to the top 2 favourites to go straight back up to the EFL Championship. Cardiff have done well, to be fair, despite having a quiet transfer window. Newton obviously done their business in transfer window. Cherry Yates, I do expect to be an incredible signing for Newton. Just with how good he is, how the quality forward that he is. I think Newton, for me, they have started. I started quite slowly for me. Even though they've started well, I still feel didn't play even better. That's what I mean with Newton. I still think didn't play even better and win games more comfortably as well. So I can't split these two, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Newton and Cardiff. Up next, Wolverhampton versus Wigan. I've done for one your side to get a 1-0 win over Wolverhampton, in my opinion. Again, be a tight game, but I think Wigan will just edge them there. AFC Wimbledon versus Barnsley. I think Wimbledon will make it hard fought for Barnsley. And in that case, that's why I've done for a 1-1 draw for AFC Wimbledon against Barnsley. Up next, Bolton versus Lincoln. Bolton, disappointing draw at home to Reading. Again, they'll probably expect it to win. I think Bolton get back to win ways here against Lincoln. Lincoln, who will probably have the same ambitions as Bolton to get in the playoffs. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Bolton against Lincoln, in my opinion. I think it'll be that tight for them. Up next, Huddersfield versus Stevenage. I done for Huddersfield to get a 2-1 win over Stevenage. But fair play to Stevenage for being up there near the top. When again I had them to go down just due to Ice Ravel's second season in charge of Stevenage after Steve Evans leaving. But I think Huddersfield will just edge it with their quality in the end. Done go for a 2-1 win for Huddersfield, but be a very good game, that one. I might put that one as like the thumbnail I see, Huddersfield Stevenage. Up next, Mansfield versus Leyton Orient. Can't split the two teams, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Mansfield and Leyton Orient. Mansfield have had hit and miss results so far this season. And Leyton Orient, again, the same way. They've had some hit and miss results. Obviously got a good point in Stockport. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Northampton versus Exeter. Northampton are already nailed on where they're some for me. Bottom of the table. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Exeter at Northampton. Up next, Peterborough, who are in the bottom 4 at the moment. They take on Bradford. What phase are Bradford in, people? What phase are Bradford in? Near the top of League 1 after being promoted from League 2 last year. What phase are they in? The win at Stockport as well. Brilliant win at Stockport, especially after the way they performed in the first half, Bradford, to turn it around like that. I think Bradford get a 2-0 win here. Don't fancy Bradford here away at Peterborough. Struggling Peterborough. Done go for a 2-0 win for Bradford. Plymouth Argyle versus Blackpool. Two teams who've had a struggling start to the season. Two managers who are definitely under pressure already, in my opinion. Blackpool and Plymouth, I expected better from both teams. I had both teams in the playoff places as well. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Blackpool over Plymouth, which will put even more pressure on Tom Kevery. Port Vale, they take on Doncaster, the Downmoor derby, isn't it? The Downmoor derby. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in that game between Port Vale and Doncaster, the class of the two League 2 sides from that season. Stockport at home to Burton. Stockport, they don't need to respond massively because already that was Leyton Orient and now Bradford, where they've had the lead in both games and and ended up chopping points in both of them. Derry Boyer's side, they'll give it the best shot, but I think Stockport will be far too much for Burton. Be far too much. I'm going for a 4-1 win, an emphatic 4-1 win for Stockport over Burton. I'm finding Wickham versus Reading. I've done for a 0-0 draw. Done for a 0-0 draw between Wickham and Reading. I just think it's going to be one of them games where they'll cancel each other out, in my opinion. And Wickham, they're not the same team as last season, let's be real. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw between Wickham and Reading. So they're my League One predictions for this weekend. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. And I'll see you all for the Carabao Cup second round predictions, because I may as well get them out as well.